Do you think if you had watched more seasons of Big Brother, it would have helped your game?
No. I mean, I was myself, and, you know, I did what I thought was best at the time, and, you know, I don't think I did that bad.
I have a question for you. I was screaming at my television at you. The cockroaches. Why didn't you touch them? During the veto.
I can't.
Why didn't you fold on that? You felt...
You mean in the box?
No, during the number that you had guessed, you didn't fold on it. And I'm like, Keesha, you didn't put your hand in the box. I was screaming at you at that point, I'm not going to lie.
That's fine. I mean, there were mistakes that I made. I know.
What biggest mistake? What do you think?
Well, the biggest mistake that I made was definitely the POV that I lost on at the end of the game. I'm still mad at myself a little bit about it because that was my kind of competition, and I didn't move fast enough on it, you know? I mean, there's no time for stupid mistakes, and I was making stupid mistakes.
So many what ifs. What do you do in your spare time if you don't watch TV?
You know, I work a lot. I seriously do. And, I mean, in my spare time, when I get a moment, I'm always calling back to Ohio, trying to keep up with friends and family. I think that's very important.
And spare time after Big Brother, what are you doing? It's like...
Time after Big Brother.
Do you have any?
Yeah, right now there's no spare time, but, you know, I gotta make time to play with Gizmo, too. He brings his toys over to me constantly, like, you wanna pay attention to me?
I am your baby.
I have to make up for lost time.
Why do you think Memphis did not get a single vote?
Wow. That's a good question. I knew that Dan was going to get this hands down, actually. I had a very good idea Dan was going to get it. A lot of people in the house, you know, they just didn't really like Memphis. I don't know exactly why. I'm sure everyone had their own reasons. But even though Dan did the things that he did, Dan played a better game, I have to say. You know, I felt like Memphis he was very laid back. He kind of, you know, just went through the season. Dan was constantly, he was in there, you know, he was doing these crazy things, you know, and everybody recognized that.
Good. What do you think about Dan as America's player?
I think it's hilarious.
And how we're in the house, people kept saying, they're like, he's got to be America's player. Why is he doing the things that he's doing? Were you one of them?
Definitely. I was like, Dan, I love you, by the way. But I definitely was wondering why Dan didn't change his trunks, for instance. I mean, they literally had green mold growing on them.
I think it's funny because a lot of the things that people were like, this is making him America's player, had nothing to do with what he was doing.
No,
so it's funny.
I mean, I talked to Dan today, and he told me it had most of the crazy things, you know, had nothing to do with the America's player. Just the hug. The hug with Jesse.
So funny.
Classic.
All right, Jessica 8 would like to know, she thinks that you, Rennie, and Steven would make a great sitcom. Would you ever consider that?
Oh, definitely. I love Rennie and Steven. They are amazing people. They really are. They are both so funny, and, you know, that's why I think I connected with them so much.
This is an interesting question because I'm friends with Danielle, and when you were announced that you made Big Brother, people were bombarding her saying, oh my gosh, there's a girl, your twin is on season 10 now, and she's like, this girl is not like me. What do you think about that? Do you think you guys are alike? Have you gotten to know her at all?
I have nothing negative to say about Danielle. I've met Danielle. I think she is very sweet. I think she's a very pretty girl. It's hard to see the similarities between yourself and someone else. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Getting to know you guys, you're both great, but
different personalities.
Exactly.
You know, I've been told that also. I heard, you know, that we have completely different personalities. I think a lot of it is just, you know, the similarities, the blonde hair.
Cheeks.
The cheekbones.
Wolf Spirit would like to know if you have a MySpace or a Facebook.
I do have a MySpace. I can't believe you haven't found this yet.
Do you have the URL? Yeah. Do you want to say it? They want to know.
They want to know?
Say it right now.
She can't.
No? Okay, never mind, I'm lying. Sorry, you're going to have to search it.
You'll find it, I promise.
Okay. I Heart Kiki. What is the lockdown? What goes on during...
Oh, that we alluded to in the jury house.
Oh,
talk down. I'm sure that's what they're talking about. Basically, Rennie and Michelle had an argument, and there was some alcohol involved. So the alcohol was taken away, and they were sent to their rooms. Rennie told me all about it when I got into the jury house.
Was that nice when you got there to have her? I mean, you had to be nervous walking in there knowing that you're not getting along with some of these people.
I mean, at that point in time, you're leaving the house and there's no need. I mean, you don't have to play the game really anymore, so I really don't care what they think of me, but I always care what Rennie thinks of me, and I was so excited to see her when she left the house. You know, it sounds corny and I always say this, but a piece of me left with her. It's so true. I love Rennie. I have nothing negative, you know, to say about Rennie.
Right. Tammy would like to know, who is your favorite character from the Golden Girls? She loves that you watch that show. And why is that your favorite character?
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to say Rose, you know, because she is so funny. I mean, as you see, I love the funny people. I mean, that just attracts me to people. I love people that can just laugh and be themselves and, you know, just don't really worry about what anybody else thinks. And on there, she's just so airheaded.
Ben would like to know what you think about Michelle chasing Jesse.
Ooh. I don't really know what's going on with that. What do you think about that? I mean, you watched.
It was odd to see that she was just so into it. After, what was it, the HOH, she's like, that's for you, Jesse, that's for you, like walking into the mirrors, and she's like, that's for you, baby. And I'm like,
Michelle was definitely about, you know, revenge for Jesse. I definitely think, you know, Michelle got herself into trouble with always trying to help these other people out. Because, you know, Michelle herself is not a bad player. You know, she was always though, oh, this is for Jesse, and a lot of us, we just didn't understand it. You know, the same with April. The week that April was being evicted, I mean, Michelle was campaigning for April. Michelle was campaigning for April harder than anyone else, and we were like, I don't really understand what she's doing.
Okay. Cutie Pie would like to know what you feel was your biggest game move.
My biggest game move, I'm gonna have to say, was helping keep Memphis in the house and sending Jesse packing.
Okay. I think I have to totally agree with that. But anyway. So, Real Player is giving away 10 t-shirts.
Yay!
And so, I believe it's the first 10 people to ask a question. They are going to click a button here for a second, and the t-shirts will be signed by Keesha and myself. So, Keisha's going to give you a countdown, and you guys bombard us quick so you can get those t-shirts.
Okay, are you ready?
Are we ready?
Are we ready?
Shoot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game on, guys. Let me get your shirts.
Okay. Nick would like to know, he's got a question for both of us. Who do you think played the worst game?
Ollie, I'm going to say, because I feel like Ollie got carried through the game. Definitely.
I think I have to agree. I feel like Ollie didn't speak until his outburst when he was throwing
until it was too late.
Suckers and carrying on like a child.
I mean, Ollie wanted to step up, and I never understood this. None of us did. We all talked about this when Ollie left. It's like he wanted to step up and play the game when it was too late. You know?
I love this question. I'll help you out answering this. Coffee Bean would like to know, Keesha, how long do you think April and Ollie's showmance will last?
I'm going to let you answer that one.
We were actually talking about this on the flight. 1 month?
1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
All right. Sneaker Pink would like to know what you think of Memphis saying working at Hooters is one step below a stripper, and he would never date a Hooters girl.
Wow, I didn't know Memphis said this. I think Memphis lies. I think Memphis would definitely date a Hooters girl. I think Memphis is, you know, he's coming off a little wrong here.